everyone, Dr. Papa here. We are continuing our Wiki walkthrough series, and right now we have to do some wheat seeds for Mula. And so the more wheat that we are farming at any given point, the more chances we have for the wheat seeds being propagating. And so let me just get some ground plowed here so that we can plant a bunch of seeds. I've got 26 seeds here that I can use for planting, so we'll get those planted here. I am going to periodically skip on the video rather than you having to wait through all of the grow times. Fortunately, wheat is pretty quick, so it won't take that much time, but I'm going to skip forward to where we've got 5 seeds done. It'll take me 2 or 3 rounds of going through the wheat to get things done. Eventually, I'm going to go pick up an iron scythe to help with the farming, but I still have several levels to get through before I can get the iron scythe. So let's get this first series done. Let's see, our first planting of 26, we got 1 seed, we got 2 seeds. So now we're up to 28. We're going to replant all of these, and then we'll just skip ahead a little bit until I get the 5 seeds to turn into Mula. There we are, finished up the 5 seeds. We get some carrot seeds, some wheat XP, and 500 coins for finishing that up. And now we have to head back over to chat with Mula again. Want to finish collecting all of this wheat before we head out. Get it replanted so it can grow again. Each time we do the wheat, we're continuing to build our farming XP levels to hopefully get me closer and closer to being able to get that iron scythe. I've also got some carrot seeds here that was given by the quest, so let's go ahead and get those planted. And then we will head off and see Mula. And here we are, popping across the Citadel to visit with Mula. And let's see what she has for Talking Cow 3. We use the R key to chat with her. Impressive work, Greenhorn. Your farm is starting to come around. Thanks. Put a lot of work into it. I had another task for you, but I don't think you're quite experienced enough for this. Next. Come back to me once you've had some experience with strawberries. And we'll do next again. So we need to reach farming strawberry mastery level 9. Well, to do that, we're going to need some strawberry seeds. So pop in here, and it's what, 2,400 per seed. Let's do, no, 10 should be enough to get going for the first round. I'm going to pop out back here since these crops are already here, and I can just more or less get some free XP by doing these for a little bit rather than having to go back to my own farm. We're getting some carrot XP and some overall farming XP at the same time. We just got mushrooms unlocked. Come up here and get some tomato XP as well as overall farming XP. And we've unlocked a graven scythe. That is a scythe that replants the crops for you as you're farming them. It's the same feature as the Mula scythe, but Mula scythe was limited for a period and you can no longer get it. The graven scythe, you have to get through skeleton chests in the iron area, and so that's still available for folks to get. But the Moolah scythe is limited, and you can no longer get that. Anyway, the Graven scythe will help you replant your crops. Now we finally got enough on the farming overall to collect a scythe. I'm going to go ahead and finish up this corn since I'm in the area, and it's much easier to do here than doing so back at my island. Clear up the crops that finished growing while I was in the Citadel. Getting some more wheat seeds as we farm. So let's get all of these out. We want to get our strawberries out as a priority because that's the current mission that we're working on, is getting to level 9 with the strawberries. We'll put our carrots out and we'll fill in the rest with wheat. And I'm not going to have you watch all of this until everything's done. I'm just going to fast forward in the video to get you to the other side of doing this farming. Back to the Citadel right quick to make our farming a little bit easier. I mentioned the iron scythe earlier, and I still hadn't picked it up. So we went ahead and grabbed that here in the Citadel from Maya. It was just a purchase. It wasn't all that much considering how much I've earned from all the other quests. So we'll show you how much faster the farming can go with the iron scythe. So I'm just plowing through all of this stuff quite easily, and it'll make the farming so much faster. You'll also notice that I've done some cleanup on my island, got this into a much larger farming area. It's up to you how you build your farms. I prefer to just keep them kind of close together while I'm getting all of these different levels that I need in the farming areas. And with only 10 strawberry seeds, it's going to take a while. But in the meantime, wheat grows so much faster that you're going to get a lot of XP from the wheat while it's growing. And so you might as well do some cleanup of your island, get some other things set up, and be ready to do the next set of whatever you're going to build on your island. Through the magic of editing, we are going to close up on our last bit for level 9. We have a return to Moolah. We got some more strawberry seeds, some strawberry XP, and 10,000 in coins. So we're going to replant all of these strawberries. And then we're going to pop over to talk to Moolah. Hey Moolah, how's it going? So good to see you. You've returned a master strawberry farmer. Yeah, my enemies now tremble at the sight of ripe. The reason I asked you to master strawberry farming is that I'm in need of strawberry pies. Next. The king is having a banquet and needs enough strawberry pies to feed the whole kingdom. Can I trust you with this very important task? Whatever the king needs. Great, I'll buy each one off you as payment. Good luck, farmer. Next. And we now have a mission for selling 12 strawberry pies to Moolah. So we're going to need to pop back over to our island. All of that wheat farming that we've been doing will help us towards doing the dough for the strawberry pies. All of the strawberries that we've collected getting to level 9 in the strawberry mastery will help us for the strawberry pies. And the strawberries have been growing while I've been off the island. Talking to Moolah, they should be partway to being harvestable, ready for harvest already. Yeah, you can see they're already from seeds to the next stage of growth. We're going to go ahead and do some farming of all the rest of this stuff, using my scythe to clear all of these things. Replant seeds so that they can regrow. I am holding down the left mouse button and just scrolling across here, which allows it to plant much faster than doing each square individually. And we'll get our carrots replanted here. Okay, so I'm pretty sure I'm going to need more strawberries. But let's get over here to the cooking station. First thing we need to do is some dough. So we'll go ahead and do a bunch of this dough. 12 for the pies that we need. How many pies can we do already? We can do 4 pies right now. And so we've also got 20 strawberries planted. So we can do sets of 4. I'll need to do 2 more sets of 4. So I'll use magic of editing again and get you to the other side. Got my 12 pies. We're going to pop in here to Mula, and we need to sell her the pies to finish up the last quest. So we'll grab that. We'll max sell to get rid of all of them all at once. The Talking Cow 4 is done, and we're ready to start the next one. We got another 15,000 coins and ready to move on. That's the last of them. Thank you. The king will be very pleased with the quality of the pie. Only the best pies for the king. Now on with your training. If you are not familiar with underlings, you will need to speak to Oberon before we can continue your training. You kidding? I basically have my own underling army. Well, that's not really true. Good. For your next task, I will need you to become a master mushroom farmer. Come back to me once you have unlocked the white mushroom underling. Next. So we have a talk to Mula. And it looks like it bypassed the mushroom quest. Okay. Let's go ahead and talk to Mula. Looks like you've come back as a fun guy. Very funny, Mula. Alright, and in farming, it shows me as white mushroom level 16, although I don't remember doing a single mushroom anywhere. Interesting. Okay. Well, let's get back to the questing. Jokes aside, you've done very well. This next task will be challenging. One of the hardest and most expensive crops to farm in the realms are watermelons. And so next. Watermelon seeds are expensive as these crops rarely produce enough seeds to expand. That's where you come in. When you've collected one of your own watermelon seeds from your farm, come back to me for your last task. Next. And we end up with collect bonus watermelon seeds by farming on your island. I need 1 of them. We already have 10 watermelon seeds. But doing that, it's going to take a while for us to get seeds. So I'm going to buy some extra watermelon seeds with the cash that I have. I'm going to pop that up to 20. So it will take us a little bit less time to get our watermelon seed. And thanks to Mula's information about Oberon, we're going to go over here and talk to Oberon for our first task regarding underlings. So, talk to Oberon. The shop isn't a place for the weak. Come back to me when you're ready to hire your first underling. What's an underling? You'll find that out when you're ready to have one. Next. So he says to come back when I'm ready to do underlings. Sometimes quests don't automatically show up over here, so let's take a look under the quest log. Yeah, we have a new one called Forging an Empire. I talked to Oberon. I'm already at Stone Rock Mastery level 10, and so now I need to purchase a Stone Underling from Oberon. Let's get this out so that we can track it. And then we're going to pop in here. Going to grab a Stone Underling from Oberon. That one's complete. I got 200 coins back from him. and I got a badge. So I need to talk to Oberon again at the Wizard Tower. Ah, I see you are ready to start your kingdom. Kingdom? Or ready, I was born ready. Let's click on Kingdom. Yes, now that you have your first loyal worker, an underling's purpose is strictly to gather resources for their leader. Next. These guys won't just work for anyone, you know, but there's something about you. I've got options of so they just work for their whole lives, or I have what it takes. Let's click on the first one. Yes, they never stop. They say that work is their whole reason for being. That's just how they are. I'm ready to start. Splendid! First, return to your private island and place this underling anchor on a flat, open area. Next. Once placed, your underling will awaken. Following this, the anchor will start slowly materializing stone. From there, your underling will begin gathering materials for you. Next. And we have a new quest. Place a stone underling anchor on your island and bonus watermelon seed. So let's pop back to our island. Everything has grown. We've even got our watermelon seeds grown for the first time. All of the seeds that we have been planted. So let's go through and run our crops first. Still looking for that one extra watermelon seed. Not in that run. Okay. Clear you guys out. Get my seeds back out. Planting the higher value seeds first, because I've got more wheat than I have farming set up now. Okay, plant the rest of this with wheat. And then while things are growing, we'll do our first underling. Okay, so stone underling on a flat spot. Well, we'll just put him out here in the middle, and he can start growing his stuff. I'm going to clear up some of these flowers while he's doing that. Okay, he's got his first thing. Now we need to collect 10 stone through the stone underling. So for the first one, we got some coins, and we're ready to talk to Oberon again. So let me get these all replanted. Forgot the mushrooms earlier. Let's get those out. And then fill the rest of the way in with the wheat. Alrighty then, off to the Citadel to chat with Oberon. Hey Oberon, how you doing? You've been utilizing that stone underling very well. Yeah, just give me my next underling. The next underling you will need is a farming underling. Next. Farming underling anchors don't spawn crops, so you'll need to plant the seeds around the anchor yourself. Okay, next. Don't worry, the underling will replant crops they harvest so they can continue to work. A good starter is the wheat underling. Next. Expand your underling team, then return to me. So our next requirement is to purchase a wheat underling from Oberon. We'll grab him right there. A little bit pricey there, Mr. Oberon. Alrighty then. And then we need to place him on our island. Okay, so as usual, as soon as we come back, we go ahead and harvest the crops. As of the making of this videos, underlings do not continue to work when you are off your island. However, crops do continue to grow while you are off your island. So you can plant a bunch of crops, come back, and so forth. So what we're going to do, because a wheat underling wants to work in a 5x5 area, about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm going to put this right in the middle of the wheat. Then I'm going to plant the wheat around him, and as soon as this wheat is done growing, he will start harvesting that for us, so we don't have to do it. Now I'm going to go ahead and plant everything outside of where the underling is, because we only need to collect 10 wheat from the underling before we're done with that part for Oberon. So we can watch and see this underling right quick. You saw pretty much as soon as the wheat was ready, he was already on top of it doing farming that. So literally not even a minute and the 10 wheat are going to be done. And for doing that, we get an accelerator 1, we get 5,000 coins. Almost paid me back for how much it cost for my wheat underling, but that's a different story. All right, so we will let these guys continue to work. Oh, wait a minute. I've got watermelons ready for harvesting. Don't want to miss that. Need to get that seed if I can. Nope, no seeds that round. Alrighty then, so let's get those planted, these planted, and our strawberries planted. And then we can finish up the rest with wheat. And back to chat with Oberon again. Hey Oberon, how you doing? If you haven't worked it out by now, the more underlings you gain through mastering a skill, the more you can place on your island. Next. For example, if you've unlocked 5 different underlings, then the max underlings that will work on your island is 5, regardless of their ability. What is the most I can have? And I'm ready for my next challenge. Well, let's see. As of now, there are 31 total underlings. Well, that's not entirely accurate. Since this quest was put here, there's now 32 underlings. So the max you can have on your island is 31, but you will have to unlock all 31. Next. Some are a lot harder than others to inspire enough to work for you. Okay, I understand. You have done a great job so far, adventurer. Your underlings follow you with loyalty, inspired by your experience and leadership. Next. My final task for you is to become the one true leader. Inspire every underling type to come work for you to build the ultimate workforce. Next. This task is no easy feat. If you complete this quest, you will be rewarded handsomely. Next. You can track your progress through your collections. Good luck, adventurer. Next. Okay, so technically what Oberon has just given you is not really a quest in the normal sense. It doesn't have a final reward when you get all of the underlings unlocked. What they do have is under masteries in your collections, they have this underlings tab. So in order to get all of the farming ones, you have to have all of these various farming underlings. Same thing with forestry. You're going to have to get mastery in all of your various forestry skills, all of the mining skills to get these. It's not quite all of them. So as an example, in the farming, while it does have a number of these that are in there, it doesn't have the later crops. So you have to get all the way up to pumpkin, but you don't have to get the mint or the coffee beans, which are two other crops that you can get in the Arctic. Those aren't part of this collection. In the forestry collection, it requires all of the wood except for pine, which is also in the Arctic. And in the mining, it includes quite a number of the mining ones, but it doesn't include rhodium, and it doesn't include amber, although rhodium doesn't have an underling anchor anyway. Amber does, which you won't have to do, and it also doesn't include the latest one, the dreadstone. All of those are underlings that you can purchase, but they're not required for these collections. Alrighty then, so we are going to pop back to our, actually no, we're going to go back down here to Mula. This is taking a little bit longer than I had hoped with just 20 watermelon seeds. So I'm going to double that since I have sufficient cash. It will cost me a good bit to get 20 seeds, like 130,000, but that's okay. I've got the cash and I can make it back with the watermelons that I sell, but I want to get this quest done. Back to my island. You'll notice as soon as I came back in, the underling started working, grabbing those wheat. Looks like he's got a missing wheat seed there. Let's go ahead and fix that for him. And collect these. Watermelons are not quite done. I'm going to wait to do the watermelons until I can do them all at once. Watermelons out here. My mushrooms out. Get my carrots out. And I lost my strawberries. Let's go ahead and get those out. And then my plot of wheat is getting very small indeed. But that's okay because the wheat underling is continuing to grow. I am going to go ahead and take out this underling. In order to eliminate an underling, you have to remove what's currently in his storage. And he got to his next block before I could get him gone. Sometimes you got to be fast. Now, if I wanted to eliminate the wheat underling, I can do a similar thing where I eliminate the crops that he's got. Because if I leave any crops in the area, he will continue to put stuff in storage faster than I can get it gone. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and eliminate the crops that he's working with so that I can remove him when he's done. Okay, I can harvest crops that he can't because I can take them out before they're done. Now that he has no more crops to play with, we can take the crops and seeds out of him and be able to move him off the map completely. There are other videos out there for how to build optimal farms. That's beyond the scope of what I'm doing today. but certainly look them up. I've got several videos myself that you can research to do your crops. And there it is. Finally got that seed. So I got a watermelon block, I got some pumpkin XP, and it's time to talk to Mula again. Let me go ahead and clear this stuff right now and get everything replanted. You'll see I went ahead and started building a farm over there for my wheat guy. And now that I have sufficient seeds, I'm going to go ahead and finish him up. Okay, that's ready to finish, but I want to get these seeds planted so that they're growing while I'm doing other things. The watermelon blocks will definitely help towards recouping some of my losses. Okay, and let's pop back over to the Citadel. So I'm not going to talk to Mula yet. I spent 130,000 on the extra seeds. We're going to go under sell. And the 3 watermelon blocks that I earned as part of that, they're going to be 3570. They're going to be 105,000 back to me for finishing that that thing. Also, there's the watermelons that I've done. That'll be another 17,000. So I'm only down a very small amount for having completed this particular quest. Let's see what Mula has to say for her last quest. A genuine watermelon seed. You may take my job soon. Should I be worried? I don't think I will be turning into a cow anytime soon. Your final task is to gather 3 pumpkin seeds. You can get them from Darkfang spiders or fishing in the Darkfang mire, just beyond the forest. I don't like spiders, but okay. Return once you've collected 3 pumpkin seeds, and remember, only 1 in 100 Darkfang spiders hold seeds, so you'll be taking out many. Next. Okay, so now we've got a collect pumpkin seeds for this. This is where I'm going to end this video, is with us needing to go collect pumpkin seeds. And we have completed all but the last quest for Mula, and that will finish up the Mula quest series. This is Dr. Papa, and I'll see you in the next episode.